Not a single scratch. Seems like the people upstairs really have made the basic evaluation module too easy. It used to be different. Well then, prisoner, it's time. When the lights turn green, enter the transit and we will make sure you get started. I'm almost looking forward to seeing how long you will last. Trapped in here, I might as well tell you a few things about this place. The container you're being transported in is called a Subject Transit Module. We have close to 100 of these installed, moving from cell blocks to evaluation chambers. Sometimes they even take someone back again. As you can probably see, the Subject Transit Modules were originally built from garbage containers. Very appropriate if you ask me. Isn't this nice, though? Almost like a guided tour, right? Prisoner XE47623. This is where the real trial begins. I hope that the basic evaluation has been of some use, else this will be a short journey for you, and a waste of time for me. Pick up the magnet gun and let's get on with it. Let's see what Karen's basic training has taught you. I would be incredibly surprised if you somehow managed to get yourself killed in here. But then again, it all depends on what you have learned. psychologist has asked us to include some less lethal chambers. This one was designed for 7 to 10-year-olds. You have 5 minutes before we start filling this chamber with chlorine gas. I suggest you are done with this child's toy by then. After you are done here, the chamber will reset. You dig a hole, we fill it in. Chlorine gas is rather useful. During the Great War, it was employed on a large scale to combat enemy trenches. In here, however, we use it as an incentive for you to stay on the ledges. Normally, I would not tell you this, but you don't seem like the kind of creature that pays attention to warnings. Play some basketball before you dropped out of school, did you? How very quaint. are so good. It's astonishing how many boxes you have managed to place on buttons in such a short amount of time. I'm sure you will be remembered as one of the best box placers of your generation. These puzzles were designed to give you a sense of accomplishment, even if all you really managed to achieve was putting a few boxes where they belong. Playground shenanigans. They make this place look juvenile, and we have a job to do. The upside is that many take them too lightly, and the look on a prisoner's face when they go down a slippery slide straight into the gas is amusing, to say the least. So, you've got another box on your hands. Now you just have to figure out what to do with it. That suit you are wearing is designed to endure a bit of heat, but nothing of this magnitude. Those boxes, however, are made of more resilient stuff. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Somehow, I don't think that part of the scripture was meant for you. This trial by fire, but I feel I must disappoint you, prisoner XE4762. Purgatory is This chamber has not been completely validated yet. Someone upstairs thought it would be interesting to give our intern a chance to redesign one of the earlier chambers. And this is the result. Jenkins, a prisoner has entered your little creation. If she dies in there, I'm buying you a beer. Looks like Jenkins will have to go thirsty a little bit longer. Maybe the next one that comes through is a little less careful. You are free to choose which part of this puzzle you wish to solve first. Our dear psychology expert might say something about how that helps you vermin retain a small sense of control in your lives. Personally, I don't care which trap you fall in or where you misstep. Sooner or later, you all make mistakes. It's just a matter of time now. Through the first part somehow. This evaluation module holds no more chambers. I guess it's time for another therapy session with our dear Karen. Have fun making your choice.
Prisoner XE47623. So you've managed to survive Mr. Keen's rough treatment. That is fortunate. We get so few prisoners with true survival instinct these days. But I digress. You have come here to answer another question after all. Leave your device at the stand and we shall begin. In the last room you passed, there were a number of boxes, buttons, and traps. They all have a purpose. You use them to progress in your journey. But do you really see them? Do you appreciate them as you use them to get what you want? boxes did you use in the last chamber? Think, and when you have done so, step onto the correct button. If you choose poorly, I have no choice but to reprimand you. In here, paying attention to your surroundings is not voluntary. It's the only way to survive. The countdown has begun, so I suggest that you make your mind up. Very clever. A good memory, or perhaps an emphatic streak. Most people have trouble with such details. I would hate to think you were just lucky.
Got that one right, did you? Hope you're happy with your success. Counting boxes correctly is surely worth celebrating. As an inmate down here, there are so few opportunities to celebrate anything. Rise and shine, prisoner. It's a beautiful day outside. Too bad you decided to break the law and won't have a chance to see it. We haven't forgotten about your little counting success yesterday. Seems like you won't have to go through the correctional chamber. Now, enter the transit and let's see what kind of stunts you will pull off this time. Facility 7. You were actually quite lucky in getting placed in the experimental weapons program, of all the things we have down here. You would not believe the kind of experiments people are doing down here. These days, it's easy for people to just disappear. People don't want to ask questions about a few missing prisoners on death row when the threat of a nuclear war is hanging over our heads. No. Nobody asks questions. Nobody really wants to know. What they want, what they demand, are results. How are we going to defend ourselves? How are we going to win? By staying ahead of the competition. That means doing what needs to be done. It doesn't matter if a few nobodies end up dead down here or up there. It doesn't matter that some questions remain unanswered. As long as we deliver what is asked of us. The magnet gun in this room is a bit different from the last one you had. Apparently a new prototype is being put into play here, and You will be one of the first to try it out. What the? Jenkins! Didn't I tell you? Well then, prisoner. The D-28 prototype might be powerful, but it can also be a little unstable, as you just experienced firsthand. Seems like you came away in one piece, though, and no one is more overjoyed by this than me. Not everyone gets to keep their hands when this happens. We'll send a new one over, and this time, I will make sure that it's stable. Rumors that chlorine gas has a somewhat metallic taste. You should be able to feel that just before your lungs start to bleed. As long as you stay off the floor, though, you probably won't get the chance. Your limited flying capabilities will not get you far. Why do I say that? Because you are locked up. No matter what illusion of grandeur that device gives you, remember this. You only have what I let you keep. Is a service announcement directed at all inmates. It's okay to give up. Remember, there is always a way out. a goddamn playground. Are you done playing around yet? I've got a surprise for you up ahead. That chamber is a lot less juvenile. I'm not sure what Karen's basic training was all about. I try not to get involved in her business. In case you forgot to mention it, though, there are large boxes here that you can't toss around quite as much as the others. You can use them to elevate your position, though. Literally, that is, you are still scum. It just happens that now you are scum standing on a box. These coils are a new addition to the facilities. Someone upstairs got it into their head that variation was more motivating. That it gives you and your peers an illusion of progress. I sincerely hope that me telling you this did not impact your motivation. I would be so sad if it did. And muscles have been modified to handle a lot more extreme situations. I guess you have realized that by now. You will never be ordinary again, but then you never were. As much as your body can take, however, getting impaled is not one of those things that you can just walk away from. You might do well to remember that. magnetic propulsion generator may have either a positive or a negative charge. This means it may or may not interact with the D-28 prototype in different ways. To put that in a way you understand, there are glowing things on the walls that might push or pull on other things. They might also cause cancer. Magnets cause you trouble, then too bad. You really should have realized by now that it's kind of the point. Pressing on from chamber to chamber, not knowing when it will end. Scrapes, burns, and scratches taking their toll, never able to relax. No food, no water, and always knowing that there is a way out. If you just push a little harder, a little farther. Time for my coffee break. Try not to kill yourself in the next 10 minutes or so. Replays are even more tedious than watching you live. death of XE47521. She just got fried in the maze. She was the last of them. You are now the only living inmate in this evaluation module. 10 minutes ago, there were 5 of you. Seems like they found their way out a lot sooner than anticipated. Why you, though? Why do you live when so many others are burned, impaled, or poisoned? Just something to think about. This chamber is old, one of the first they built. It even predates the first magnet gun prototypes. Naturally, modifications had to be made. It used to be a lot darker. As I thought, this chamber has become too easy. I will have to request additional modifications, since apparently even creatures like you can make it through without a scratch.
The concept of time's irresistible flow has haunted humanity since the dawn of time. Has made us question our importance in the grand scheme of things. Some call it fate or destiny. Today I give you the opportunity to make a choice. In doing so, you will affect someone else's destiny without their knowledge. Today you will be given the hand of fate. Prisoner XE47629, Amy Watterson, is a murderer. She put rat poison in her boyfriend's whiskey one night and confessed the morning after. During the trial, she claimed that the deceased had beaten her and threatened to kill her, but she had no bruises to show the jury. She now faces execution. What happens to her is up to you, though. Stepping onto the red button will result in her immediate death. The blue means that her life will be spared, and she will be sent here instead. Here she will face the same tests and trials that you have. Amy's fate is out of her control, but it has been placed in your hands. Will you grasp the reins and take control? You have 1 minute. Make your choice. So, she will be sent here. Perhaps you believe that she will thank you for it? It may be true, but I doubt she would if someone told her the truth. Would you thank the person that sent you here?
Karen tells me you chose to be merciful just now. Can't see how Amy will have a better life this way. But now what is this? Jenkins! Did you have something to do with this? Nothing to worry about, prisoner. Just continue as you were. The intern Jenkins was just going through some emergency routines. Check cell 1K through O. They cannot have gone far. If you don't stop this, I will...